Hey guys, welcome back. All right, so this is going to be a today's topic video. It is for the 13th of October. I want to remind you guys, if you would like to enter to win every week, I will be picking one winner out of the comment section. All you have to do is type the word compassion. We used to do this a long time ago on my channel. We'd pick like a word and you just type that and then you're entered to win. And then every Monday I will go through the different today's topic videos and randomly select somebody. It'll be out of, whatever day per week I land on, and then however I scroll through and wherever my finger lands, that'll be the winner. So just know it'll be, probably like maybe a 7-minute storyline or something for whomever the winner is. So again, all you have to do is write the word compassion in the comment section. One other thing I do want to announce is that we are going to go live again on Monday, so Monday the 13th, and we're going to be doing some storytellings for subscribers and members. On early Monday morning, I will probably make a post to give you guys an idea of the timeline, but you'll definitely want to keep on your notification bells. Because it'll be like within a range that'll probably be like somewhere between, like a 3-hour window. And that's partially due to the fact that Aries sometimes needs more attention or something, and he'll get a little bit riled up. So I have to do it when he naps, just so you guys know. But yeah, Monday I'm going to devote to that. And of course, our members corner as well. So we have the card of oneness. We have the card of 3 of Wands in the sideways position in the higher self for the message for the 13th of October. Higher self energy is fantastic. This feels like somebody, especially higher self and oneness. Neither of these are, traditional major arcana card. They're just added into this particular deck. This is somebody who's in their present moment. It's their past is their past. Their future is yet unwritten. But in this moment, this snapshot of time on the 13th, we have a character like, I'm very zen. I'm very here. And even here we see like this light dead center. I feel like somebody is really like exactly where they need to be in a present moment, which is absolutely beautiful. So if somebody is in their present moment and they're feeling a sense of peace, they're feeling a sense of harmony, what does that mean? We have got the Queen of Wands, and it still landed sideways, even though I just fumbled and dropped it. We have a 7 of Wands upright. We have a character that is saying, if I cannot move forward at this moment, it's okay. There's probably a reason for that. Hey, Melissa. Hi, babe. There is probably a reason for that. If there's some reason that I can't move forward, I'm going to be okay with that. Maybe there's a blockage, and maybe that's to protect me. Maybe what I want isn't ready for me. Maybe what I want, I need to go and, figure out how to get, or maybe I need to work on my own, like, self-assurance that I'm worthy of the thing that I want. Sometimes we put up obstacles that aren't real for ourselves. Sometimes we want things that maybe are not in our greatest and highest good. But how amazing for a character to be able to say, right where I am right now, I'm going to assume this is where I'm supposed to be. If I can't have something, instead of looking at it as a problem, let me look at it as maybe there's a reason for this, and maybe I'm getting just what I want. And let me count up all the good stuff in my life. We've got a 6 of Cups. Do we have by the way, the Queen of Wands is a very attractive character, whether this is a masculine or a feminine, and it never matters to me what genders we're talking about. So just bear in mind, all my stories could always be either or. We all have yin yang within us. So a masculine can definitely be in their feminine energy, of course. But I'm going to say she, just because it helps us keep track of which character I'm referring to. So let's say she is a very attractive, typically very self-assured character, but she may be in a place where she's not able to go get something else that she wants that's up ahead, because perhaps she's supposed to be right where she is because something else is about to return into her life with that soulmate energy. Now, bear in mind, I also don't look at soulmates as characters that necessarily we've already known. Sometimes it's characters we've known in a past life. 6 of Swords in a reverse. It's interesting because she's in a place of peace, even though there's something that has, like, I almost feel like not only has she not perhaps been able to like access some future plan that she thought she wanted, but she may have even found herself boomeranged back to a previously like held position. Like, let's say this is somebody who, moved out of the town they lived in, went to college somewhere, got the degree, started a job in a big city, and then it's like, God, this is so unfulfilling. And it turns out there's this job opportunity, but it's back where I used to live. And it's like, I can't believe this, but here I am back where I used to live. How is it that this is where I'm supposed to be? There must be a reason for this. And sure enough, it could be that she's about to discover something either is showing back up in her world, or she needed to be at this moment, this location, this time, this place for something that was coming back to her because it was meant for her. Like I said, maybe it's a fantastic job with her old boss. Maybe this is an old friendship that needs to get rekindled. Maybe this is a romantic partner that it's like, oh my God, we lived in the same small town all those years ago, but it turns out you're the love of my life. It just says something is not over that could be extremely like soothing and some foundation that's stable. I almost think that she was so ready to like sail into her future. She put in all this energy, all this effort, and then no matter how much she put into something, things weren't quite clicking. And this is the story that reminds us not always are we supposed to like reach well beyond ourselves to find our perfect growth. Sometimes the act of expanding our knowledge or expanding our skill set, that's a growth we're supposed to have, but then we can still develop right where we originally came from, or we can still develop right where we are and blossom. And sometimes the love story of a lifetime is with somebody that we have already met. It's not about taking exes back. It's not about like recycling our life. It's more of an encouraging message. It says, sometimes we can develop fully and blossom fully in things that we were already familiar with. And that's not us rehashing our life or failing to blossom or failing to grow. With this 10 of Cups sideways, it almost feels like this is somebody who put their effort into doing the thing that we're all told that we're supposed to do, branch out on your own, leave the family behind, leave your group, go be an independent person, go out and make your way in this world, go out and make a title for yourself. And all that is beautiful too. But if a character does that and then loops back around to where they came from, that's also beautiful. Or if a character goes, I don't know that I have to go out and find myself. Maybe I'm already where I need to be. It's just a perception shift that wherever we are, if there's a sense of contentedness, then why do we have to like shame ourselves and be like, yeah, but aren't I supposed to go out and, do all this extra stuff? And, there's no way that you could meet the person that you love in the same little town you were raised in, and they could actually be your next door neighbor. That only happens in movies, right? And it's like, no, it could totally happen right here. Just right for this character. So it's a lovely change of mindset that says progress in life doesn't have to mean leaving and going on huge grand adventures, but rather the adventure of our life is just living it every day and saying where I'm finding all this joy and satisfaction, even if it's with my past, I'm allowed to do that and it feels really good. I love this. It takes a lot of pressure and self-recrimination off of a character who's already living a terrific life. But maybe this is somebody who's like, I want to live in a smaller town. I don't really want to go out and, make a splashy name for myself, and become a global household name, even though I'll tell you, she could definitely do it. Queen of Wands have the it factor. They are very sensual. They are very attractive. They are somebody who could make it, if they want to be a big time actor or actress, oh, sure, they could be A-lister. If they want to be a model and walk the runways and, exotic countries and all that, sure, they could do that. They're that gorgeous. If they want to go make their name and get their face on the cover of some, Forbes 500, sure, they could do that. But is that the only way we measure success? Does it mean we're not successful if we're actually capable of all those things, but saying, yeah, but I prefer a different life? And this is just the story that says, no, it's okay. Yeah, our character is living their best life and they know it. They know themselves very well at this point, and they're actually saying, I realize there's a lot of different ways I could live my life, but I'm choosing the one that makes me happiest, not because I'm shying away from struggles or other achievements, not because I'm fearful of putting myself out there, not because I see all these hurdles. So I'm like, no, I could be famous, but I don't want to deal with the fame. No, this is a character who's like, I'm actually choosing what's right for who I am. It's great that I could do many things in this world, but I'm still going to pick where I want to be and where I feel best. We have this Queen of Swords. She's really dialed in, both like logically, cerebrally, and she is choosing what actually works for who she is. Who is this soulmate? Because I'm thinking that the soulmate, this is a love story, but this is also a story of genuine contentedness and the fact that a character can do anything in this world. So why not choose the thing that you like the best? Knowing full well you could pick anything, but why would we ever say, well, I guess because I have the skills to do these other things, I guess I have to do that even if it doesn't make me happy. This is a character who's like, hell no. Present moment, again, I want to be right here, right now. I want to love my life and I want to build and develop right where I'm at. I really think that this is a character who is going to get, I mean, it's like they can see the foundation of their life is going to be built right where they are, and possibly with a very stable, very, like, I feel like she's met somebody who is so grounded, like a soulmate that maybe she does have history with. Maybe this was a childhood friend. Maybe this was an old flame. Maybe this is somebody where it's like, we already have some similar values. Maybe we come from the same soil. We come from the same place on earth. They're from my small hometown, but this is exactly where I need to be right now. And growing something with them, this is what my life's purpose is right now. It is a character very content with where they are in the here and now. Do you know, it's such a relief to get stories like this sometimes. Lots of times we get stories that are all about like, must move forward, must go someplace else, must go have big adventure to, live one's fullest life. And this story is like, nah, must live one's best life right now where we are. Synchronicity, I think, I don't know what has happened in her world, but it does feel like different things occurred in her world to bring her back to this moment or to bring her into this mindset. And I kind of keep thinking she already went out into the world. She already pursued all kinds of other things and things didn't click. Maybe she didn't, look, a Queen of Wands is really good at saying, I worked really hard to get here and I could accept the level of success that I have. But honestly, I don't enjoy it. And I'm not going to put myself through stuff that I don't like. I'll put in the effort. I'll put in the work. I'll get there. And then if I say, I don't like it though, I'm allowed to walk away, because the Queen of Wands will always choose. She's got a nice dose of, I'll say, self-confidence / pride / the right kind of arrogance to be like, I don't want to do something if it doesn't feel fair, or I don't want to do something if it looks like there's unnecessary hoops to jump through when yes, I could make it, but I'm not going to zigzag through the freaking sharks. There's no reason for me to do that. That feels foolish to me. I don't want it bad enough to either bow if that's what it's going to take, or like, I feel like she went out into the world, found careers, but was like, yeah, I don't play certain games. Like, I put in the effort and it should be fair. And if I see blockages, or if I see that it's not clicking, or it's going to be so expensive to live in this area just so that I can say I live in this area, I'm not going to do that. That's stupid. Like, she makes choices based off of good sense and also what she really wants. She doesn't care. If she had the choice between a very lavish place to live that, everyone would be like amazed, ooh, wow, you live in that neighborhood, or a very humble, sweet little place that she's more comfortable in, she could care less about what, making other people feel impressed by her. She's going to choose a place she's comfortable. And I'm just feeling like that's what she did in life. She certainly has the talent or the gifts to be anywhere in that upper echelon of life if she wants to. But if she's like, yeah, but it's not fun, it's stressy, and I don't even like it, she's going to go where she wants to go. But it's so cool because this says, as she makes that decision that's authentic for her, and she feels so good about herself for making that choice, all these other things click into place. No wonder if she had pushed forward through the sea of sharks and said, well, I got to do this, she probably still would have been successful, but wouldn't have been happy. Now her reward for making a U-turn and, either going back toward something from her past, whether it's a location, whether it's a job, it feels like not only is she going to be really happy, but with the sun, it's like she's walking in at just the right moment. I think it's going to all be revealed to her. And this is just such a great message that, the energy for the 13th is, we have a character truly content with their life. And if they look around them right now, they might notice that there's all kinds of little gifts that reassure them that, this is the right choice to do things that I love, to honor my life. That's important too. I do think she is either reconnecting with friends or there is a romantic partner. There's some kind of like incredible happiness, incredible reconnections going on in her world. And I think that this just keeps kind of like developing, like her roots get deeper, like as well as her sense of, wow, this is what I was supposed to do. There's my confirmation. Final message on this. It's really nice to see. We don't get enough stories like this. We have the moon, we have the Four of Pentacles. Again, deep down, she may even be recognizing maybe this all had to go this way. I definitely feel like she is aware she narrowly missed being with the wrong person. I don't know if she met somebody and if she had stayed with them, her life would have gone differently, but they might have still been connected to a karmic in their own world. Somebody held back from her, which could have been the thing that triggered her boomeranging back to some other chapter of her life, some previous chapter. But thank God she's back. That's all I can say. If that's what all the blockages were, if there was some other romantic partner, because this little dude is getting dangled by the bank by, in this case, the bridezilla, but it almost feels, it is not to vilify her. We don't know what their dynamics were, but we can say she is realizing, I think I ended up just where I was supposed to. I wasn't supposed to have been with him or her. They were trapped in some cycle. No wonder he was unable to either come toward me because he was still tangled up monetarily with somebody else. But you know what? It's okay, because maybe I never would have made this choice to return to a better place in my own life where I would really blossom unless I had moved on. So unless he had been unavailable, unless something had blocked him out of my world, I never would have changed course and ended up so much happier. I do feel like this is all going to become something that kind of sinks in, or she starts to recognize this with that moment of clarity. It could come on the 13th, or it could be just like this ever like evolving storyline. And she's like, wow, I can see now why things went the way they did. Okay, I'm going to leave this here, except I do want to still pull a card for someone whose birthday is on the 13th. Here we go. We have got the moon, the world, and the hanged man. Wow, 3 major arcana, so big year. We got some Pisces. We're rocking some, double dose of Pisces and some Capricorn in the middle. This could be the year that a character really learns more about their intuition and things that have been there. It's a year of partnership. We see the dog and the wolf howling together at the moon instead of them being across a chasm like we usually see. We see this great happiness and full circle of this might fit very nicely with the story we just had, actually. Something that is so beautiful has kind of waited for our character. Now, in this case, it looks like it's a feminine, but again, it doesn't matter what gender we're talking about. But we have somebody who's they're going to probably either energetically feel like a cycle has been completed in this next year of their life, and many things, many gifts, many happinesses, particularly a relationship that has always been right for them. It's like, I just now found it. I had to do a couple things first, and now I realize this has always been preserved for me. Thank you, universe. It feels like a year of great gratitude because the things that have been meant for this character have always been right there for them when they come back around. And I think that there's just an awareness in this next year that, all these things that were meant for me, they were meant for me when I was ready to come pick them up. Love story, emotional bond. I say love story because she's in a wedding dress. So this could be the year that somebody actually, after being single for many, many years or having many different relationships that didn't work out, comes around to one that's just like simpatico. It just clicks. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll see you again soon. Bye.